Hi there, welcome back to Dukascopy TV and our new series exploring negative thought patterns and what we can do to change them. As always, I'm joined by Kamy Lavanchy, founder of Transforming Lives. Welcome, Kamy.
Thanks, Sinead.
So today we're looking at the idea of overcoming resistance. So what does this mean exactly?
Well, first of all, there's several different ways in which we enter into resistance, and people don't necessarily know that it's resistance. So let me just give you a few tips on that. Let's say, for example, we're changing a pattern about ourselves, and rather than doing what that change is, which maybe means exercising in the morning or getting up early or not looking at our emails first thing in the morning, but giving ourselves some time first, we tend to change the subject. So we tend to start conversation, or we tend to get lost in our emails, or we tend to do something else which is going to distract us from going towards what it is that we want to change. So it's important to understand what is resistance first of all. For example, if we want to do some things differently around the house, perhaps we want to keep things more tidy. Rather than doing that tidying up, we'll get involved in something else, playing with the children or doing some other thing. Oh, let me go take the dog for a walk. Or, do you understand? So we do something else rather than doing what it is that we want to change. And that is actually resistance. That's us coming up with other ways to sort of avoid the thing that we want to change.
So how can one begin the process of overcoming resistance?
Well, first of all, as with anything, the first process is awareness. So becoming aware that we're actually in resistance. And that might take a few days, and that's okay. But when you actually sit down and go, oh, I still haven't done, or this didn't get done, or I know I'm avoiding it, the first step is just to become aware. And then give yourself the opportunity to open that door and try it out. So be quite kind to yourself and ask yourself, what can I do differently in order to make this happen? And as we've said once before in another interview, commitment is so important, because if we don't commit to what it is that we want to change, it's going to make it very difficult for us to get there.
And of course, there are situations where we face resistance that's out of our control and that we can't really do anything about. So what should we do in situations like this?
I would agree with you in that sense, but I wouldn't really call that resistance. I wouldn't say that we're facing resistance when there's things that are out of our control. Perhaps what we mean is there's things that are out of our control that are not allowing us to do what it is that we want to do, and that's really where we need to fall into compassion. By becoming aware of all these different things that we've been talking about in the last few weeks, becoming aware that we need to change, becoming aware that there are parts of us that we would like to change, making a commitment to that, all of this awareness is helping you cultivate compassion in a sense. And it's been in my own experience as well to lighten up a little bit. It's our nature to do, get it done, get it done, get it done. It's important sometimes too to look back and say, what have I done? What have I done so far? Okay, so this situation has come up in my life. Now is not the time. Cultivate compassion for yourself and know and trust that when the right time is, it'll present itself and you'll know it.
As always, Kamy, another episode full of great insight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
That's all from Kamy and myself for now, but don't worry, tune in next time when we'll be looking at the idea of reinforcement. Bye for now.